A 25-inch gun, you say? What use is that? Well, actually quite a lot. So this was designed really by Robert Churchill back in the turn of the century. A very, very popular gun at the time, the Churchill 25. AYA came out with, let's say, a equivalent, a bargain version that was made just as well. The theory being that with these short barrels and this high tapered rib, it actually gives you the feeling of or the look and the pointability of a much longer barrel with the speed of a short barrel. Really, they were designed for the gentlemen of a slightly shorter stature, but they do have a massive following. They're so easily shootable, and with the lack of popularity of short barrels, they're actually very reasonably priced. So they do a side lock version, which is really very nice, but my favourite one of these I've ever seen was a little 20 bore. A very, very nice gun indeed. So, how do they shoot? The answer is they are still very stabby. You know, you can't get a 25-inch barrel to handle like a 32, however much you try. So they are, by essence, very, very pointable, but also quite stabby. Not too much control. However, they do shoot. And as side-by-sides go, with this high rib, as you can see all the way down here, they're probably one of the easiest side-by-sides to shoot from someone with their first side-by-side coming out of the over and under market, because it allows you a very similar sight plane. And that sight plane does allow you then to start shooting maintained lead, gives you much more confidence in where you're pointing the gun, and actually they are a delight to shoot. You know, I've seen people shoot these at some extreme targets and take them down with much better efficiency than some people with some very expensive over and unders. Fantastic guns indeed. I'm a great fan. The standard Boxlock is extremely reliable. These AYAs actually have fairly good trigger. They are fairly high grade AYAs as they go. They work, they're lovely. And don't be scared of a 25-inch gun. They do work. They're just, it looks tiny, doesn't it? It is fairly small.
Right, so at the back here we have a plastic pad with a little white spacer. Usually these are either finished with a hard plastic heel plate or they are hand checkered wood. Moving down, they're all fitted with a gold oval, and they all have a sort of a nice mid-grade wood. Nothing too exotic, but they never put anything too exotic on them. Moving on to the triggers here, it's just a standard double trigger with a short tang. Moving on top, standard automatic safety with a gold inlet S. And where this gun really shines is its engraving. You have a very, very nice rose and scroll, quite Art Nouveau if you like, a little bit eccentric in its engraving, but actually very, very pretty. We have a look at the bottom, the pattern follows round. It's actually very, very bold engraving. Originally this would have been colour hardened, but this one has had a lot of it worn off. There you can see a touch of the original with AYA written on the side there. Where the 25 really shines is the barrels, and on top you'll see a thin, narrow, tapered rib that steps up. It's very, very nice actually. And it has these 25-inch barrels.
Get one, try one, and see what you think. If your first foray into a side-by-side is this will force you to shoot it like a side-by-side, not like an over and under, but will still allow you the option to shoot it with that sort of point calculated lead affair. Excuse how I look with it, I'm quite tall and this is a very short stock, short gun. All sort of makes me look a little bit bound up on it, but beautiful gun, and I do love the look of it. I think they're absolutely stunning.